So I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Christy Alexander to talk to us about skincare, but not just skincare, to talk to us about taking care of ourselves. You know, as educators, we tend to take care of everybody else and we tend to leave ourselves for last. And it's really important, especially now, you know, with all that is happening. We know it's been a really tough year for educators, and we really want you to take some time for self-care. And apart from just talking to us about skincare, Christy is going to share her story and her journey about how Apple Rose Beauty came about, because it is a wonderful story. And so without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Christy. And of course, if you have comments or questions throughout the session, feel free to drop them in Facebook and I will get them across to Christy. All right, so Christy, you're on.
Thank you, Leanne. So I am so excited to be with you guys, to be with educators. You know, I do these talks all the time, but this is a really special group because I consider myself a teacher at heart. And you guys will see that as I progress. I really enjoy educating, and so teachers are really close to my heart. I see a couple of you on here from Trinidad, which is where I am originally from too. So welcome. I'm so excited to have you. As you guys are tuning in, like Leanne said, definitely drop in the chat, drop in the comments where you're tuning in from, and then what grade or level you teach, whether it's primary school, secondary school, or high school, wherever that works out. But I'm really excited. I think this is going to be fun. Make sure you talk with me. I love doing these lives, but I always tell participants I do not like feeling like I'm talking to myself. So definitely talk back to me. I'll be asking you questions. I love this to be engaging. I want you guys to respond, to ask me questions as well as we get to know each other and really get to have fun. You know, teachers, I know you guys are working hard. I know definitely during the last year with this pandemic, it's been even harder and more of a struggle. And so I really want this to be a time where you can relax and really think about yourselves for a minute. I know you guys think about others all the time. So I want this to be a time where you can take a deep breath, relax, you know, kick your shoes off, and let's just talk about self-care. Let's just talk about how we enrich ourselves so we can be the best when we teach and when we give to others. And so, like I said, my name is Christy Alexander. I am actually the founder and chief Big Heart of Apple Rose Beauty, and you'll find out a little bit later why I call myself Big Heart. But Apple Rose Beauty is actually a luxury organic face care line formulated with sensitive skin beauties in mind. Our line has products for everyone, but specifically people who have issues with skincare products, whether they're sometimes irritating or it causes them to break out, or whatever the case might be. Our products are really powerful. They tackle tough skin issues such as oily skin, dry skin, signs of aging, acne, all of the above. They're great for everyday skincare use, but they're also gentle enough for sensitive skin beauties. So like I said, as you're hopping in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Hi, Dana. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Candace. Hi, Liz. And I'm actually going to be looking up and down because I'm reading the comments on my laptop. But yeah, a little bit about me. So I was born and raised in Trinidad and Tobago. So shout out to Trinidad and Tobago. And I know there are people from all over the world in this group. So definitely let us know where you're tuning in from. So I was born and raised there, went to primary school in Trinidad and Tobago, went to secondary school, did A-levels. And then I actually came to the US when I started college. So I was born and raised there. My dad still actually lives back in Trinidad. And so I try to come every year, come back home every year. It's been tough with this pandemic. I haven't seen my family in over a year and a half. So that's been tough. But yeah, so I was born and raised in Trinidad. I actually fell in love with chemistry when I was in secondary school. And in fifth form, which for those of you who are in the US is actually 10th grade. So in fifth form, I did in chemistry class, we analyzed face powder. And I said, this is what I want to do. I want to start a cosmetics company one day. So I always say chemistry is my first love. And so I was one of those planner kids. So I wrote down a plan that I was going to work in business for a while, understand how to run a company, and then start my cosmetics company. But of course, life happens as it does when you're 15, right? And I'm sure you guys tell your students, you know, it's not the end of the world if things don't go according to plan. When you're that age, you know, there's a lot of life to live. So life happened. I ended up coming into the US for college. I did physics for undergrad. And then for graduate school, I did engineering. And I worked in engineering and business and management for about 10 and a half years. I really loved what I was doing. I loved the company I worked for. I was getting promoted every couple of years, was on the fast track, and I was actually up for another promotion, and it just did not feel like the right move for me. I don't know if any of you have ever had that type of moment in your life where you're like, you know, I really enjoy this, but I feel like there's more. And so I turned in my resignation. I was up for another promotion. It would have taken me the C-suite route. And I said, I really don't want to retire here. And so I decided to travel the world. I took a year off, 11 months actually, and I decided to go on a trip to 11 countries in 11 months, a service trip. And so I worked with different organizations around the world. We spent a month in each country. And so I worked and volunteered with those organizations, worked alongside them. In Honduras, we did hard construction for a group of an organization, a nonprofit that helped with young girls who became pregnant as a result of rape and incest. I taught English in Cambodia to kids in the rural part of the country. And but actually, what actually changed my life was in Thailand. I worked with an organization that helped rescue women from human trafficking. And that's when my heart broke for the cause. I realized that this could have been me had I faced different circumstances. So this organization actually helped rescue the women, and then they housed them, and then they also employed them. So I lived with them, I worked alongside them, I held their babies, and it became real to me. Human trafficking was no longer a statistic that was out there, far-fetched, but I realized this could have been me had I faced different circumstances, been born in a different part of the country. Or it happens all around the world. It happens in the US, it happens in Trinidad, I know it happens all around the world. And it was also around the time with the Bring Back Our Girls movements. I don't know how many of you remember that. If you remember that time, comment in the chat. But it was about, there was a popular hashtag called Bring Back Our Girls. And it was about the girls in Nigeria who had been abducted by the terrorist group, the Boko Haram. They had been abducted from physics class. They were in class in school. They were abducted from class, and the Boko Haram was threatening to sell them into human trafficking. So this was all around that time. And so human trafficking really became something that I saw up close and personal, and I really felt moved to do something about it. And around that time, the dream I had when I was 15 of starting a cosmetics company from that chemistry class experience came back to me. And I decided to start a cosmetics company, but with a much bigger purpose. And the purpose is to impact the fight to end human trafficking. And so my company, Apple Rose Beauty, is actually named after two victims of human trafficking I met. Their names were Apple and Rose. And so our Big Heart mission, which is why I call myself Chief Big Heart, our Big Heart mission is to employ survivors of human trafficking, as well as donate to organizations that are involved in their rescue and rehabilitation. So that's the Big Heart mission of our company. That's kind of the core of why we do what we do. But like I said, I always love chemistry. I always love natural ingredients. So for those of you in Trinidad, you know, natural fruits and vegetables and remedies, natural remedies are big and widespread in the Caribbean. And so I brought that into my line of skincare as well. And so a lot of the ingredients are ingredients that you will probably be familiar with. We have ingredients like aloe and turmeric in there. We have sugarcane in our newest product, which is a night treatment. And so I try to incorporate some of those ingredients and those plants and those natural remedies that we grew up with and grew up knowing the benefits of into our products. So yeah, definitely, like I said, I'm going to read some of your comments here real quick. Melonce, thank you. Lise, a beautiful and inspiring story. Thank you so much. Hi guys. Yes, so comment, let me know where you're tuning in from, and let me know what grade or what class you teach, or if you teach a particular subject. So I want to see if my favorite subject teachers are on here. I was a science buff. I loved math. I loved all things science. I also liked like literature and geography, so I was kind of all over the board. I just love learning in general. And I know as teachers, you love learning as well. And that's always my approach to skincare and talking about self-care. I come from a stance of really educating on the root cause of some of the challenges that we face with our skin and with our self-care, educating you on the root causes of those, so then you can be empowered to make the decisions around how to tackle those. And I know that's a big deal for you teachers as well. You want to empower your students, you want to give them information, but you don't want them to just regurgitate what you tell them, right? You want them to think for themselves, really apply the information to different things that they encounter. So before I get started on my skincare journey, I would like to know what your biggest challenge is when it comes to skincare. So that's going to help me as we have this conversation. It's going to help me steer the conversation, help me know what to share with you guys, because you know skincare is a big, broad topic and there's a lot of information I can share, but I definitely want to know who's in the room, what your challenge is, what your struggle is. So let me know what your challenge is, either around skincare or your skincare routine or skincare products in general. So let me know what your biggest challenge is. Write that in the comments. Candace teaches geography. Okay, awesome. I love geography. You know, in Trinidad, at least back when I was in school, we had to choose subjects really early. So you had to like really get a narrow focus. But so I missed some of those classes that I took up until Form 3, right? So Form 4 and 5, you have to sit for the CXC examination. So you have to, you know, narrow it down. And then for A levels, it's even more narrow. But yeah, so let me know what your biggest skincare challenge is. And I'm going to tell you guys about my skincare journey. So I actually, as a teenager, I struggled with acne like many of us do as teenagers. You know, you're going through puberty, your hormones are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And so a lot of us struggled with acne as teenagers. And so I thought it was just going to be, you know, a teenager thing. Once I got older, it was going to go away and then I'll be fine. But that didn't happen. I realized that even as an adult, I continued to struggle with adult acne. And, you know, studies actually show that 55% of the adult population struggles with adult acne. So it's actually more common than people realize. A lot of times people think acne is just something for teenagers or pubescent kids, but it actually impacts the majority of adults. 55% of adults struggle with adult acne as well. So I struggle with adult acne. I have combination oily skin. So my skin is oily in the T-zone. So my forehead and nose tend to be pretty oily. And then the rest of my skin is drier. So I have combination oily skin. And I also have sensitive skin. So I call this the trifactor, right? So I have acne prone skin, combination oily skin, and sensitive skin. And so I struggled with products that had really strong scents, really strong fragrances. I would sometimes be allergic to strong fragrances. And so even natural products, when I would try them, they can sometimes be really strongly fragranced. And so with my skincare line, I decided to create a line that could tackle the tough skin issues that I had personally, but also have a light, clean kind of spa feel to it. So it's really luxurious, and it doesn't feel very, very strong. It's not strongly fragranced. It's not very strong on your skin and on your face, or harsh, but it gets the job done. And so that's the idea and mindset behind my line, and what I struggle with. Most times when I tell people now that I have acne prone skin, they don't believe me. And I tell them I absolutely do. And there are two products in my line that I'm going to show you guys that I use religiously morning and night without fail. And that really helps to keep my acne at bay. And so one of the things I want to impress on you guys is the idea around consistency. When you think about skincare and self-care, consistency is really important, right? I know a lot of us sometimes we see different issues with our skin, or we decide, you know what, I need to take better care of myself, and we jump on a bandwagon, and then we fall off at some point, and then it's a few months go by, and then we get back on with probably another product, and that kind of off and on the wagon really doesn't help us with our skin. So one of the things I really want to impress on you guys is the importance of consistency. And I'm going to show you guys a really, really cool and fun way to incorporate self-care and skincare into your regular everyday regimen in a way that it doesn't feel like a chore. You know, a lot of times when you hear about skincare or self-care or anything else, sometimes it feels like some just like really exotic thing, like you have to go off to a spa for 10 days and regroup, or something that you have to, oh my gosh, it's a chore, I have to do this in the morning, or I have to do this at night, and it just feels like an additional thing that you have to add to your already packed schedule, right? How many of you can relate to that? How many of you have felt like just taking care of yourself or taking care of your skin feels like just something else to add to your already packed routine? Comment yes in the chat if that's how you felt or that's how you feel. And I'm going to read some of your challenges as you guys comment on that, so I can get a feel for where you are. So Dana says, scars from acne is a problem for me. Okay, good. So Dana, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about acne scars. Liz says, sticking to the regime is a challenge. Like, I know cleanse, tone, moisturize, I do well usually, and then I slip up. Another challenge I would say is that I have very sensitive skin, and I can relate. I can relate, Liz. Ayana says, in my 40s and struggling with cystic acne. Antibiotics worked, but I'm looking for a natural solution. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to talk about cystic acne. We're going to talk about the different causes of acne. So it seems like acne is an issue, acne scars, and then just kind of sticking to a regimen. Okay, so we'll talk about that. Does anybody struggle with signs of aging, with wrinkles or anything like that? Let me know, and I'll kind of know if to cover that topic as well. So yeah, so that's kind of been my journey with skincare. And thank you guys for commenting with your biggest challenge. So the two biggest challenges I tend to hear are adult acne. Like I told you, 55% of people struggle with that. So I know that's reflected in the comments. And then also fine lines and wrinkles. So let me know if you guys struggle with that too, and I'll know if to talk about that as well. But let's get into acne. So here I'm going to put on my teacher hat, right? I'm going to put on my teacher hat and go a little bit deeper into what really causes acne. I think a lot of times, I know growing up, you would hear things like, oh, it's the food you eat, or, you know, you're allergic to stuff, or, you know, it was like kind of all over the place. And so one of the hardest things is really finding right information so you can make proper decisions, right? So acne, the root cause of acne is a pretty simple concept. Now, there are other things that impact this root cause, but it all kind of goes back to this root cause that I'm going to describe to you guys. So acne is generally caused by an overactive sebaceous gland. And the sebaceous gland is basically the oil glands in your skin. And we need oils in our skin, right? Oils are what keeps our skin youthful. It's what keeps our skin nourished. You know, the oils carry lots of nutrients. It's what keeps our skin nourished and hydrated, all of that good stuff. Now, when we have an overactive sebaceous gland, it actually secretes more oil to the surface of our skin than we truly need. And so that's kind of the root cause of it. So an overactive sebaceous gland, what happens when that excess oil gets to the surface of your skin is that it combines with dirt and dead skin cells and just different things on your skin and from the elements in the air. It kind of combines with that and clogs your pores. That clogs your pores. Once your pores are clogged, then they become inflamed, and that inflammation is what causes acne. Right? So that inflammation causes acne. Now, there are different things that impact that overactive sebaceous gland. So some of it could be hormonal. Some of you may be familiar with this, that sometimes around your cycle, your menstrual cycle, you can break out more, you can have more flare-ups. And that's because different hormones are at play that actually activate that sebaceous gland to cause it to secrete more oil. So again, it goes back to that overactive gland. There are other hormonal issues with menopause that take place during menopause. If you have oilier skin, like I have combination oily skin, that extra oil again can create that can combine with the dirt and dead skin cells and cause your pores to become inflamed and cause acne. There are also cases with the products that we use on our hair or our skin clogging our pores and again causing that acne. So it's really important to look for products when you use your hair or products that you use on your skin that are what we call non-comedogenic. So non-comedogenic, it's just a big word that means it doesn't clog your pores. So it's important to look for products that either say on the label they're non-comedogenic, or you know that the ingredients that they use are non-comedogenic, or they are formulated in such a way that it won't clog your pores. So that's kind of the root cause around acne. So now let's talk about how you can combat that. So when you're thinking about the fact that the overactive oils on your skin combine with dirt and dead skin cells and then clog your pores to cause acne, one of the things you can do to combat that is to cleanse your skin really, really well. And when I say cleanse your skin well, notice I didn't say strip your skin, right? So there are several cleansers on the market, and you guys may be familiar with this, where you use the cleanser and your skin feels tight. Like you can't even like really move your skin. It just feels tight. And that tight feeling means that particular cleanser actually stripped your skin of oil, all the oils on your skin. So when your skin is stripped, it actually sends a message to the sebaceous gland saying, hey, we don't have any oil on our skin. We need to work even harder to create more oil. So even though it might get rid of the oil for a period of time, whether that night or for that moment, it actually sends a signal to your glands saying, I need to produce more oil and work even harder. So it actually works in the opposite direction that you want it to, and it actually causes your skin to become more oily. So you definitely want to make sure that you look for products that cleanse your skin well. Look for cleansers that cleanse your skin well, but don't strip your skin. So your skin feels clean, it looks brighter, you know it's clean, you know you can do a white washcloth over your face and nothing comes up. So it's clean, but it doesn't feel stripped. It still feels soft to the touch and nourished and moisturized, but not stripping, right? So that's really important if you have, if you struggle with acne, because more than likely it's because of an overactive sebaceous gland or some root cause that's causing the gland to produce more oil. So that's the first thing, making sure that you're cleansing well. Also, making sure that you're cleansing your pores. So cleansing in general, for most cleansers, it cleanses the surface of your skin. Some of them go a little deeper, like our cleanser that I'm going to show you. Toners also go a little deeper into the skin. Our cleanser actually has some toning properties to it. It has some toning ingredients like witch hazel and stuff like that, that actually goes to the deeper layers of the skin. But it's also important to use a mask that also draws impurities out of the pores. So like a charcoal mask is really good if you struggle with acne, adult acne. Charcoal masks actually pull impurities out of your skin, out of the pores, and so it prevents those pores from becoming inflamed and producing acne. And then another piece of this, which I'm sure we all know, but it's sometimes hard to do, is to not go to bed with makeup. Make sure that you cleanse your skin well before bed, so you don't go to bed with makeup, so it doesn't have a chance to combine with those oils and also clog your pores. So makeup as well is also something that you need to look at the ingredients as well to make sure that it's non-comedogenic and it won't clog your pores. And later on today, I'm actually going to give you guys a tip on how to apply skincare and how to apply makeup to kind of prevent them from clogging your pores as well, and particularly prevent makeup from clogging your pores. So as you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay, I'm going to read some of your comments. So Ayana says she would like to prevent wrinkles too. Okay, good. So I'm going to cover wrinkles as well. Jadelle says puffy eyes and dark circles. Okay, around my eyes are a challenge. Okay, so I'll talk about that. I thought that, Ayana says, I thought that tight feeling was a good thing. I know, and I actually used to think that too, particularly because I struggled with oily skin. I loved when you used a cleanser and it looked like your skin was like no oils at all. It feels good, right? Because when you struggle with oily skin, anything that kind of gets those oils off makes you feel good about it, right? But then I would realize my skin, I continued to struggle with oily skin, right? And sometimes even more so. So after doing some research and everything that I've done with developing my own skincare line, I realized that that's not really what you want. What you want is a balance. You want your skin to be clean, but you definitely want those natural oils to be present on your skin. You want them to, you don't want them to be overactive or overwhelming, but you want them to be present. It gives your skin a beautiful, healthy glow, and it's actually healthy for your skin. It nourishes your skin. So you really don't want to strip your skin of the oils. You just want your skin to be clean and you want that oil to be balanced. You want oil control, right? Not oil stripping. So Dilas Avalon says, me too, right? And then Chrissy's from Gasparilla. Okay, awesome. So we have a lot of Trinidadians on here. So yes, you're coming on. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know what subject you teach or what grade level or high school, primary school, secondary school, all of that. And then let me know what your biggest skincare challenge is. So we're talking about skincare right now. I'm going to tie it into self-care. And then we have a really, really cool giveaway tonight that I'm going to share with you guys that you can win. So definitely stay tuned for information on that. I'm going to transition a little bit now because I've been talking about cleansers. I've been talking about masks. I've been talking about some products. So I'm going to show you guys some of the products in our line and also tell you about a really cool special that we have right now that we curated just for you guys, just for you 21st century educators. I'm going to show you guys some of the product. I'm going to also talk to you about some of the ingredients and why it works for some of the challenges that you mentioned. So I talked about cleansers and the importance of having a cleanser that cleanses your skin but doesn't strip your skin. So this cleanser that we have, this is our everyday cleanser. It's actually a cayenne and coconut cleanser. And you will notice in all of our products, the key ingredients, they kind of tend to balance each other out. I would have an ingredient in there that's really good for tackling the tough skin issues. So cayenne is really good for tackling inflammation. It has an ingredient in it called capsaicin, and capsaicin tackles inflammation. So it's really, really good for acne prone skin. But then coconut balances it out. Coconut, it actually helps with nourishing the skin. And so that's the part that causes it not to strip the skin. Now, when you're using coconut with oily skin types or with acne prone skin types, you need to be really careful because pure coconut oil can actually clog your pores, right? So pure coconut oil is not non-comedogenic. The way we formulate it in our products, we combine it with other ingredients, and we have the right percentage of it in there. So the way we formulate it, it doesn't clog your pores. But if you are doing your own at-home mixture or you're using another product, definitely make sure that it's not clogging your pores additionally and causing more inflammation. So you have to be really kind of careful with coconut. Also, if you use it in your hair, make sure that you use it in such a way that it's not running down onto your face or clogging your skin any further. And I know that can happen with coconut. It can be kind of heavy and it can actually cause acne breakouts. So definitely be careful. But this cayenne and coconut cleanser also has witch hazel in it. So that has the toning properties. So it actually helps it go to the deeper layers of your skin and help with unclogging your pores as well. So this is a really good everyday cleanser. We actually have a travel size version of this as well. That's actually this size bottle. So this is the 4 ounce. The travel size is the 1 ounce. And so the special bundle that we curated for you guys actually has the travel size in there, the travel size cleanser. It also has our moisturizing treatment, which is a turmeric and aloe moisturizing treatment. So again, this kind of balances each other out. Turmeric is really good for reducing inflammation as well. So turmeric helps with, if you have acne prone skin, it reduces that inflammation and causes that acne to reduce, to go down. Also, if you have oilier skin, aloe is a really good moisturizer, a really good hydrator, because it also is light and it also doesn't clog your pores. So this turmeric and aloe moisturizer actually helps with oil control. It also has echinacea in there. I actually take echinacea internally daily. Echinacea helps with the immunity of your skin. So it actually helps kind of combat any additional inflammation. So this actually helps with oil control if you have oilier skin. How many of you, I want to know how many of you with oily skin, oilier skin types, how many of you use a moisturizer? Because I know that can be kind of counterintuitive. I know before I really started getting into skincare and researching, I was always scared about using moisturizers because the mindset is that your skin is already oily, right? You already have all this excess oil on your skin, and you feel like moisturizers are actually going to put more of that on and really make it worse, right? But it's really important to still moisturize your skin, even if you have oilier skin, because that actually, again, it sends a message to your sebaceous gland that tells it, I have enough oils on my skin. So the right type of moisturizer actually helps reduce that overactive aspects of the sebaceous gland. And so it ends up creating more oil control. That is what you really want. So like I said, you don't want to strip your skin of the oils. You really just need it to be balanced. So let's look through. So Luann says, let me go back up. So Chrissy says secondary school. Okay, Charmin says she's from Point Fortin. My challenge is dark skin tone, my neck compared to my face. So you have some hyperpigmentation. Also concerned about facial hyperhidrosis. Okay. Luann is from Arima. Chemistry, grades 9 to 10. Okay. Chemistry is my first love, like I mentioned. So shout out to Luann. Oily, acne-prone skin, the occasional breakout. Okay, some flare-ups every now and then. Loving the cayenne coconut oil science. Awesome. Like I said, you guys, I am a teacher at heart, so I love to educate on the root cause and then some of the ingredients and stuff, so you can really make informed decisions. Luann says, all your products and ingredient combinations are bomb. Yes, so that was intentional. Thank you. Dana says, I don't use any, so I think you're talking about moisturizer there. Yeah, so it's really, really important to use a moisturizer. Moisturizers also create a barrier for you. So remember I told you that acne is caused when oils in your skin combine with dirt and all those other things. When you wear moisturizer, it actually creates a barrier on your skin that kind of prevents some of that dirt and stuff from getting into your pores. When you don't, it's just kind of free for all. Whatever lands on your skin can get right into your pores, right? And so that's another reason why you want to make sure you use moisturizers. Definitely the right kind that's not going to clog your pores, but it's really still important. Adele asks, what's the name of your product line? So Adele, so my product line is called Apple Rose Beauty. So it's called Apple Rose Beauty, and it's actually named, I talked about the story earlier, it's actually named after two victims of human trafficking I met. Their names were Apple and Rose. So so it's a really good tie-in. You know, it has the natural ingredients in there. When I created the name of the company, I didn't even think that far ahead. I just knew that I wanted it to impact the fight to end human trafficking, and I wanted it to be natural and organic, but it didn't even dawn on me that Apple and Rose were natural words and it will tie in, but it all kind of came together. So it's called Apple Rose Beauty. And Apple and Rose are actually the names of two human trafficking victims I met that I named the company after. And so the website is applerosebeauty.com. That's our website, applerosebeauty.com. And you can definitely learn more, see a ton of reviews on there. And then Candace says, I don't, because I always think I'm already oily. I know, Candace. I felt that way for the longest time. But you would be surprised once you start using the right moisturizer, you would be surprised at how your skin reacts. And I am partial to natural and organic, as you guys can see. I think that our skin responds better to natural and organic ingredients. For those of you who are natural hair beauties, you probably realize that with your hair as well. And you know, our skin and our nails and our hair are kind of made up of the same composition, you know, the same root ingredients. So yeah, so definitely try a good moisturizer and you'll be surprised at how your skin responds to that. Yes, Apple Rose Beauty. Oh, and then Leanne posted their website. So let's see, are your products sold in Trinidad? Not yet, Dana. So we actually don't have it in Trinidad. We do ship to a lot of skyboxes for Trinidad, and then sometimes when I'm coming down, you know how we do when I'm coming down to Trinidad, I sometimes just bring a whole bunch for people. So definitely stay tuned to the Apple Rose Beauty website. And also, if you know of retailers in Trinidad that you think it'll be a good fit, shoot that over to me. There's a contact me on the website, contact me form. So shoot that over to me if you know of a retailer that you think it'll be a good fit, that our products will be a good fit for, because we're definitely looking into it. Kim says she's from Barbados. Awesome. Primary class for I love to master my oily skincare. Awesome. So yes, so like I said, for oily skin types, the key is a really good moisturizer. A really good cleanser, good cleanser that once again doesn't strip your skin, but leaves it clean. So it's really important to make sure that your skin is clean. Take all your makeup off, make sure that it's clean. So a really good cleanser, a really good moisturizer that balances the oils on your skin, but doesn't clog your pores. So look for moisturizers that are non-comedogenic or formulated in such a way that they won't clog your pores. And then a good mask that also draws out impurities. So I talked to you guys about the cleanser and the moisturizer. I'll show you the mask that we have as well. We also have a charcoal and hibiscus mask. And hibiscus, I know for my Trinidad peeps, you know about hibiscus, but how many of you know that hibiscus is called nature's Botox? So hibiscus is actually called nature's Botox. So it's good for tightening the skin. It's good for it really works well with the charcoal to help draw impurities out of the skin as well, out of the pores. It helps with refining the pores. So for those of you who have enlarged pores, charcoal is really good for minimizing the appearance of those pores as well. So this is our charcoal mask. And I'm going to tell you guys a secret about this soon, so stay tuned. But I want to continue with the bundle that we curated for you guys. So it has the cleanser that I showed you guys. It also has the moisturizing treatment, or the moisturizer. And then the last product in there, which was going to help, but several of you talked about, is used with hyperpigmentation. So dark circles under your eyes, or your neck being a different color from your face, being discolored, whether it's darker, or dealing with acne scars. So all of those things, vitamin C really helps with that. So the last product in the bundle that we curated for you guys is a vitamin C serum. It also has hyaluronic acid in it. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about hyaluronic acid in a moment. But this vitamin C serum helps with dark circles under your eyes, acne scars, fine lines and wrinkles as well. So we call this is part of our Bloom Beautifully line. And so it's our Bloom Beautifully vitamin C serum with hyaluronic acid. So this really helps you age gracefully. So any issues with sunspots as well, or age spots, this works really well. So these three products are in the bundle that we curated for you guys. And on our website, you can get 40% off of this with code 21st Century. So 21st Century is the code for 40% off. And Leanne also just posted the link. If you guys go to that link, it's going to automatically add the code for you. So definitely check that out. It has the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the vitamin C serum at 40% off. So, and that's not something I usually do. So I hope none of my regular Apple Rose Beauties are on here, because they're going to be like, what? But I wanted to do something special for you guys. So definitely check it out. It has those three products. And it's called the mini skincare system, because it's actually, this is the full size cleanser, but it actually has the travel size cleanser in that bundle. And all of the products last a really long time. They generally last like, 3 to 6 months. I have some customers who use the full size cleanser all year. So a tiny bit goes a long way. So it's a really, really great value. You're going to get a lot of use out of it. And it's really going to help you be consistent with your skincare. Like I talked about, the importance of being consistent is going to help you be consistent and really stick with it long enough to see the changes in your skin. So I'm going to talk a little bit. I know a couple of you guys mentioned it's used with dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and also fine lines and wrinkles. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk to you about fine lines and wrinkles. Like, what causes that? I think all of us just know, oh, you're getting old, you're getting, age is coming on, and fine lines and wrinkles, are part of that. But what's really behind that? What's really causing our skin to age in that way? And so fine lines and wrinkles and aging in that way, the effects of aging on the skin actually come about because of two things that are happening to your skin. The first one is that as we age, we lose collagen in our skin. So collagen is really a protein in our skin that helps to keep it taut, right? So collagen keeps our skin taut. It helps with the elasticity of the skin. And elasticity just means that it helps your skin bounce back. You know that when you press your cheeks and it just it bounces back. When you do that for a baby, it just bounces right back like, a trampoline almost. That's the elasticity in your skin. As you get older, your skin tends to not bounce back as easily because it's losing that collagen. And so any kind of indentation and different things on your skin, those lines remain in your skin as you get older because you're losing that collagen, right? So you're losing collagen as you're getting older. So your skin the elasticity in your skin is being reduced. The second thing that's happening in your skin is that it's getting drier as you age, your skin gets drier. And the reason it gets drier is your skin is losing something we call hyaluronic acid. And that might sound a little familiar because I mentioned it when I talked about the vitamin C serum. But hyaluronic acid is actually something that our skin produces naturally. So when we're born, our skin is producing a lot of hyaluronic acid. It's keeping our skin hydrated. Hyaluronic acid actually holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So it keeps our skin really hydrated. But as we age, we lose hyaluronic acid. And so our skin gets drier and more prone to wrinkles as well. So those are the two things that are kind of happening in our skin as we age. And that's what's really causing our skin to get duller. It's not as bright as it used to be. It gets drier. And then also we get more fine lines and wrinkles. So because our skin is getting drier and because we're losing collagen, a couple of the ways to combat that is to really add that hyaluronic acid back into your skin. And there are a lot of topical hyaluronic acids on the market. I love pairing it with vitamin C because that way it can do double duty. With the signs of aging, like I mentioned, vitamin C also helps with dullness. It helps with any kind of hyperpigmentation, sunspots, age spots, which are all factors that happen as we age too, and our skin is exposed to the sun more, all of those things. So combined together, they create this really cool synergy. And that's why we call our vitamin C and hyaluronic acid, we call it a super serum because it works double duty to combat all those signs of aging. And so it's really important to hydrate the skin as you're aging. And that hyaluronic acid is like adding water to your skin. It's like hydrating your skin at a deep level, right? There's also a difference between hydration and moisturization. So comment in the chat and let me know if you know that there's a difference between hydration and moisturization. Because I know a lot of people get confused about this a lot of times. And I'm going to read some of your comments. Oh, so you're asking, is it available in Trinidad? So no, not yet. So we actually don't have it in any stores in the Caribbean. I know somebody just also asked about, Adele asked about Jamaica. So we don't have it in any Caribbean stores yet. But like I said, we do ship to Skyboxes, which is how a lot of my Caribbean customers get their product. Anthony's asking, are men getting an additional discount? Anthony, 40% is not enough. And my products are unisex, guys. So definitely check it out. About 25% of my customers are men. So definitely check it out. It doesn't have any like real flowery scent or anything like that. Like I said, we created it for sensitive skin. So we don't have like really strong scents. So you can definitely use it. A lot of our guys actually also use it on their hands and feet. So if you tend to get calluses, if you like to work on cars or whatever you guys do with your hands, you can definitely use it on your hands for like rough feet or rough hands. All of that, the vitamin C serum works for any part of your skin that really needs that extra hydration. In the US here in the winter time, sometimes it can be so dry that your lips start cracking and stuff like that. I actually use the vitamin C serum on my lips in the winter time. So any part of your body that really kind of gets dry, it's good. So so there's actually a difference between hydration and moisturization. And I like to liken it to, I know a lot of us are wearing our hair natural these days. And so I'm not sure if this is a good analogy for everybody, but it's kind of how I think about it. A lot of us use the what we call LOC method for our hair, which is a liquid, oil, and then cream to really kind of keep our hair moisturized. And the liquid is usually water or some type of infused water, whether it's rose water or aloe vera juice, something like that, that actually adds water or hydration to your hair. And then the oil and the cream lock that in. So the oil and the cream are actually the moisturizers that lock that hydration into your hair. And so it's the same thing with your skin. the hydration, or the product that you want to use to hydrate your skin, is actually going to add that hydration to the deeper layers of your skin, add that water to the deeper layers of your skin, like the vitamin C serum, like the hyaluronic acid. And then the moisturizer locks that in. So it locks that in so that it doesn't evaporate easy. So it just kind of locks it in and makes sure that it can do the work that it's meant to do. So it's two different functions. And so you want to make sure that you're thinking of both of them, particularly if you have issues with drier skin, or if you have issues with fine lines and wrinkles. You want to make sure that you're using products that are doing both functions. There's a hydrator in there, and there's also a moisturizer. And like I said, there are different functions. So make sure that you think about that. And so the way you would use the bundle that we curated for you guys, you would cleanse first. With the cleanser, definitely take those oils and dirt and everything off of your skin. Balance the oils on the skin, like I said, not strip it. And then the vitamin C and hyaluronic acid serum is actually the second step that's going to hydrate and also go into the deeper layers of your skin to help with that collagen production. Vitamin C also helps with collagen production. So we talked about the loss of collagen and the loss of hyaluronic acid. So this puts both of those back into your skin, help with collagen production, and hydrate the skin with the hyaluronic acid. And then the moisturizer is what locks that in. It also has anti-inflammatory properties in there, so it kind of protects the skin from being inflamed further. So that's kind of the three products that you would use for those functions. So yeah, so that's the background on the fine lines and wrinkles. Let me know if you guys have other questions. I'm gonna share with you a surprise that we have tonight as well. So I talked about a product that I didn't show you guys in the bundle. And I also talked about the importance of doing this step in your skincare. And that is the mask. I talked about the importance of using a mask that's going to cleanse your pores, draw impurities out of your pores. And so we have our charcoal and hibiscus mask that I showed you guys. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's really creamy, really luxurious. This is actually quickly becoming a customer favorite. Our most popular product is the vitamin C serum because it's kind of a jack of all trades product. Like I said, it helps with fine lines and wrinkles, acne scars, sunspots, age spots. But the mask, we're actually going to do a giveaway on the mask. And so Leanne is going to drop the link for you guys to enter the giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway on the mask. And so she's gonna take care of dropping the link. You just have to enter your, I think it's just your first name and email address, and that enters you in the giveaway. And we are going to pick the winner tomorrow. So one of you guys are going to get the giveaway. Let's make sure that link works. Okay, yes, it works. So definitely check out that giveaway. Leanne just entered the link. So we have a giveaway on the mask. So somebody is going to win. Some lucky winner is going to win this, and she's going to get the product to you. She's going to get the mask to you. Yeah, so let's see. So let's talk now about self-care, how we can incorporate skincare as self-care. So I gave you guys a lot of information about how to really combat the issues that you might have with your skin. But I want to encourage you guys to think about skincare as an extension of your wellness routine, your overall wellness routine. And I'm not sure if you guys have a wellness routine, but it's really, really important as teachers. I know you take care of everybody else, really, really important to take care of yourself too. And it doesn't have to take a long time. It really doesn't have to take a long time. So I'm going to share with you guys how to take 5 minutes out of your day. I call it my 5 minutes of spa time. 5 minutes out of your day and really rejuvenate yourself from the inside out. So a lot of the skincare products I talked about, it's to be used on the surface of your skin, but you can really incorporate this as part of your overall wellness routine. So if you have a routine in the morning, whether you wake up and read, or whether you listen to music, or you meditate, or you pray, whatever your routine is, you can incorporate skincare as an extension of that. And so what I like to do is to do affirmations in the morning as well. So I wake up in the morning, I pray, I do my meditation, devotions, all of that. And then when I get to my skincare routine, I actually do affirmations while I'm doing my skincare routine. So while I'm applying the moisturizer and the serum to my skin, I'm saying different affirmations and also doing breathing exercises. So, and like I said, it doesn't take a long time. It's 5 minutes, and it does so much for renewing you, renewing your soul, renewing your spirit. And you definitely feel like it's a time when you can pause and just think and be conscious, be mindful of where you are in that moment, and really kind of enrich yourself in that moment. So I'm going to share with you guys a few of the affirmations that I do when I'm applying my skincare. And I'm also going to talk to you about how to apply the skincare. So one of the affirmations I use is that I am beautiful inside and out. Right. So my entire brand, our entire line is about inside out beauty. Right. We talk about the heart. I am the chief big heart. And so beauty is more than skin deep. I like to say that at Apple Rose Beauty, we are more than just a skincare company. We challenge and inspire world changers like yourselves. You guys are changing the world every day. And we celebrate and encourage the beauty in ourselves and others that is more than skin deep. So this is about more than skincare, right? This is really about self-care. It's really about thinking about ourselves. It's really about being present, and it's really about being mindful, right? So when you use your skincare, make sure that you apply it in an upwards motion. So I have my serum here. Let's see, I have my moisturizer here. This is the one I just took from my bathroom. And so one pump does it. One pump goes a long way. And you want to apply it in an upwards motion like this. And also, as you're applying it, breathe, right? So I would say breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. So as you're applying it, in through your nose and out through your mouth, right? And that's your 5 minutes of spa time. So when you apply skincare in an upwards motion, it does two things. One, gravity is working against us, guys. Gravity is pulling on our skin every day. We walk outside, we get up, it's pulling on our skin, and that's one of the reasons our skin gets looser as we get older and stuff that starts to hang, right? So this is actually kind of combating that. It's pushing your skin back up in an upwards motion and kind of getting it used to being massaged in that way. The second thing that does is it helps the product to get into your pores. So skincare, good skincare is supposed to be able to get into your pores to do the work that it's supposed to do, right? So you want it to get into your pores. So applying it in an upwards motion is going to get it into your pores. The other thing you want to think about is that when you apply makeup, you don't want to apply it in an upwards motion because you don't want it to get into your pores. For makeup, you want to apply that in a downwards motion. So it does what it's supposed to do, but it doesn't get into your pores, right? So that's one thing when you're applying your products, the best way to get the most out of your skincare products. Apply it in an upwards motion. Another thing to do with your skincare products is give it time to work, right? This is another way to get the most out of your skincare products is give it time to work. And I always say give it an average of about 6 weeks. Some products work faster, some take a little bit longer, but that's in general about 6 weeks. And one of the reasons for that is that our skin is constantly renewing itself, right? We're getting dead skin cells that are falling off, and then our cells are renewing. The cells on the surface of our skin are renewing. And that whole process of renewal usually takes about 28 days. So that's about 4 weeks. So you want to give your skincare products time to kind of go through that whole cycle with your skin while you're applying it, while you're using it, to make a decision on whether it works or not. So definitely give your skincare products time to work, and also, like I said, apply it in an upwards motion so it actually gets into the deeper layers of your skin. So I shared one of my affirmations with you guys that I use in the morning. Another one that I use is I am enough. I am enough. I want you guys to say that with me. I am enough. I know that, especially as teachers, a lot is going on. We're dealing with dealing with a lot. We're molding minds, right? And sometimes it can feel like such a challenge. Sometimes you can feel like you're treading water and not making any progress. Sometimes I know you can feel like you're not benefiting anyone. Sometimes you can feel like it's not getting through to them. They're not understanding. And sometimes you can feel like you're really not being purposeful. You feel like you're not getting there. And I want you guys to know that you are enough. And you would be surprised at the impact you're having with the simplest things that you're doing, the simplest conversations you're having, the simplest smiles, the simplest welcomes in the morning. So I want you to be present in that in the morning when you do your skincare, when you do your wellness routine, and know that I am enough, that you are enough. And then the other one that I like to say, this is the last one I'm going to share with you guys, is that I have all the resources and people I need to fulfill my purpose. And I know teaching is a calling, right? We all know teaching is a calling. It's not easy to be a teacher. I know several of you probably think during the week, or at some point in time, you wonder if you chose the right career, right? So I know it's not something that's easy, but I want to encourage you to speak that out loud. That whenever you feel like you're lacking, to speak that out loud, that I have all the people and resources that I need to fulfill my purpose. And I know when we say these affirmations, the universe, God goes to work, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, goes to work on our behalf, right? When we say these affirmations. So I want us to do these as an extension of our skincare, as an extension of our wellness, make skincare an extension of our wellness, and really fill ourselves with these affirmations and with these positive words in the morning before we actually kind of start our day. So I want to leave you guys with that you are more than enough, and that you have everything that you need, all the resources and people that you need to fulfill your purpose. So yeah, so definitely check out that link for the giveaway, and also check out the link for the 40% off. And I'm not going to keep you guys much longer. I know we wanted to keep this at an hour. Let me check your comments again. Adele says completed. Awesome. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any more questions. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I just want to make sure I get to all of your questions. And in Jamaica too, and Barbados, I know we had Jamaica and Barbados on there. If there are retailers that you think our brand is going to work in, definitely let us know as well. So you can shoot us an email, or on the website, there's a contact me form. You can definitely drop it in there, and we'll get that as well. And like I said, the code is 21st Century for 40% off. This says a beneficial session. It was great. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for talking to me too. Like I said, I don't like to feel like I'm just talking to myself here. So you guys were super engaging. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. Let's see. Jadelle says, thanks for a very informative session. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, so I am gonna, it doesn't look like you guys have more questions. I'm gonna leave you guys with what I always end my sessions with. Thank you for your big, beautiful heart. And definitely check us out on Apple Rose Beauty.
Thank you so very much, Christy. I think, it was a lot of information, and not just information, but really inspiring us to remember to take care of ourselves. And I am pretty sure, everyone is going to be looking out for the winner. So stay tuned. We will post the winner on the Facebook page sometime, maybe tomorrow or the day after. And please check out Apple Rose Beauty. For those of you who may have missed the beginning, please go back and listen to how Apple Rose Beauty started. It is one of the reasons I messaged Christy, because her company is definitely more than just a beauty company. There's a message behind it, and they're doing really excellent work. So I would really like to thank Christy for spending the afternoon with us, and remind our 21st century educators, remember, we want to be holistic educators. So join us tomorrow. We do have a HIIT exercise fitness session with Latoya, right? So we're going to add, and we're going to be looking fantastic as educators. All right. So that's it. I will see you all, and thank you very much, Christy, for an excellent session. And thank you very much for joining us. Yes. So that's it. I'll see you guys. Bye, everyone.